This Dollar Tree DIY is the standing Christmas tree, also known as the Christmas tree with legs or legged Christmas tree. So the items I've selected, I cannot stand it. These are the cutest booties I've ever seen at Dollar Tree. Grab one of the styrofoam tree forms and paint it. I painted this one, the fern of the Waverly chalk, and the greenery I purchased from Walmart. Now, the reason why I colored the base is I didn't know how this greenery was going to cover or how well it would cover, but I did want to make sure that nothing peeked through on the base. So go ahead and take the time to bend those pieces. You can get this 9-foot garland from Walmart for $20. Use the foam glue from Dollar Tree, and you could also use the wrapping garland from Dollar Tree. Now, I decided to go on the outer perimeter versus laying the greenery up and down. One, I used less, and number two, I got better coverage. This foam glue is remarkable, and it's on contact. It will not degrade your styrofoam, and it will take adhered in less than 30 seconds. So if you just hold it in place momentarily, it will stick. And like I said, very quick contact. Now you want to start that first layer at the very edge bottom, and then you'll begin placing the layers as you work your way up the cone. Once again, if you get this garland and you take it apart as I did, you'll be able to bend the wire in this and wrap it around, and that will help stay in form while the glue takes hold. You can try it with hot glue, but I have found it degrades the styrofoam, and a lot of times things will begin to fall off. Well, we only need this to hold long enough until we get to the next step. So as you can see, I didn't have to use a whole lot of garland. I can actually keep these about half an inch apart from each other, if not more. And as I went up, I could easily place where I needed pieces. So as you can see here, take the time to straighten that garland and then bend it into a circle form so it's already ready to go around your cone. And then you can easily hold it in place with one hand that you placed your foam glue, and you'll be able to snip it with your floral clips and place it on there. And see, once you get to that third round, you can cut them in half, and you'll just be placing a little piece. And then the next layers, it'll be even less. When I got up to the top, I went ahead and put glue all about the top and the upper edge, wrapped that last garland, and then the piece that I had to snip off, I curved around in a circle and placed it on the very top. That way it did have a hole, but you cannot see it, and you'll understand why when we get to the next step. So that looks pretty good. Make some adjustments. That one slid up on me, so I just slid it back down. Now these greenery stems, they are just like this. When you get them from the garland and you snip them away, these bundles have Fraser fern, they have this cedar fern, and they have the fake pine that we just laid down on our tree form. Now take the time on these. When you touch them, that whole 1.5 to 2 inches extending there does not have a wire. And when I hot glue this, I only stop exactly where that wire's at. So I only put it the length of the wire for the greenery. Glue it right straight down on the fake pine needles that we wrapped around the outer extremity. And then once again, you'll go all the way around. You want to put these kind of close together, but allow about, I don't know, maybe a 1/2 inch difference between the two, and you'll understand when we get to the next step. Make sure that that 1.5 inch that has no wire on it or in it is hanging down below, and they'll give it this nice little skirt to it and make it look more natural, like a true Christmas tree. And let the flippy part, the flimsy part, hang beyond. Now, with the same cedar floral greenery, I am moving it up and I'm making an adjustment here. I want it to look natural. I want it to look on purpose that it is truly a tree with layers. And I probably moved that one up a good 2 to 3 inches above because I knew that 2 inches didn't have a wire and it would be draping down, and that was perfect. You'll slide it in between the two, and once that glue gets an opportunity to take hold, go back and pull out the leaves underneath so that it's fluffy and they're sticking out, and you'll see all these dimensions and layers upon your tree. And it's looking pretty good. And see right there, you can just lay it in between the other two that you put on the first layer. Now this will be the only other layer we place on this tree. We will not put any more on it. And truly see, I'm just sliding in between. And I figured that out after I'd done put on 1 or 2, that I didn't have to work so hard to separate those leaves. And voila, it looks so good. Now up top, all the little wires, take and twist them together. And I took, like the longest one poking out and twisted it around the others. And as any popped out, I did the same thing. I grabbed the next wire and just keep twisting them around each other because I wanted this to bend over. And just look at your tree, take a look at it and stand back a second and just say, okay, I like this side the way it looks. So I want to curve those wires in the opposite direction so that I can really show off the prettiest side of the tree. Now, I'll be honest with you, this thing looked good all the way around, so I could have bent it any way I wanted to. It was not hard to decide. And once I get that situated and bend the wire over, I'm ready to start putting on a wire at the top. Now this is what I was talking about. Those bundles, this big thick wire holds them together, and it's wrapped with this curly nylon twine. Save that. That'd be great for messy bows as well as any other kind of decoration. And the color is brown and it's gorgeous. So that thick wire is real bendy, and I just bent it over and stuck it in the hole of the greenery we put on the top, at the very top, the hole that no one can see, and put it in line with my bent floral wires. So take one more greenery and lay it there and then twist the upper part of it. So leave half of it untwisted and take the other half and twist it around the wire. Once you get that into place, you'll take a secondary one, and this one, do the same thing. Put it, above that and glue it on. Now, once you glue that there, you're going to see what genius here did. Because I wasn't even thinking, but I glued it. And then I held it at the halfway mark and twisted the difference around the wire. And so I think, okay, I've got this situated. This looks pretty good. Let me just check behind, twist it a little bit. There's where I made my mistake. Now, I just glued it. Duh. So just do as I did. If you have to swish it around, just glue it back down. Well, I wasn't satisfied with that. I really, truly wanted this thing to stay in place. So even after I did that, my insecurity, I went and got my floral wire and I wrapped it around that upper part because you can't see it. That ensured me it's not ever coming off. Now, I couldn't make up my mind. Do I want to wrap the legs in burlap or do I want to just stain it? So I took the Waverly Antique wax and 2 of the 6-inch dowels from the Dollar Tree packet, and I just put the wax on the cotton swab there, slid it down the sticks, and voila, they were done in just a jiffy. Now these most adorable booties I've ever seen. I could not believe they had this as a ornament, and I'm going to use it. So I grabbed a handful of pebbles and I put in each booty because with the florals, they're a little bit heavier and I didn't want it to topple over. So I took me a floral block and that foam and just cut it with my putty knife. And that is the sharpest thing ever, best smooth slice you're ever going to get out of your floral foam. And the Dollar Tree floral sponge or foam is what I'm using. foam glue from Dollar Tree placed in the foam, and then put the dowels in there. Now I'm marking the tree to line it up, and I apologize for getting out of the screen here, but you get the gist. I put the glue in the tree form and in the foam in the shoes and stuck the dowels through it. Now, the good thing about this foam glue is it's going to give you some working time. So don't panic. It does take contact really fast when it dries, but and it'll stay permanently, but you get a lot of working time. So once I've got that official and I've now placed the legs into my standing Christmas tree, in this Dollar Tree DIY, you'll be able to get everything but that greenery, and you can use the Dollar Tree greenery. So get you some of the polyfill, use your hot glue, put it in the top, and leave a distance above your booties there so that you can put that polyfill there, and that just masks the floral foam in the bottom. Now we must have a star. My trick is I use either painter's tape or duct tape or electrical tape, just some kind of tape, and I hot glue my star because this is metal to wood. So anytime I'm doing a sign and I need to use a hanger or make a hanger, I always put my hot glue. I use tape, put it in over top of the hot glue. It is never coming off. I've used that method for years. I actually discovered it 20 years by accident. It's my go-to. Now, I have some wine bottle lights, and you can purchase these from me through my website. You'll find that website down below, and it has more lights on it than the 10-count seated lights at Dollar Tree. But you could use the seated lights and be fine. If you want more lights like this, I implore you to purchase the wine bottle lights from me, or you can use my Amazon affiliate link. I'll put it down below. And the cool thing is once I wrap this, I put it between the legs underneath. Grabbed some floral wire, wrapped it on one leg, twisted it around the barrel of the wine bottle light packet, and then back around the other leg. This allowed me to be able to slide the wire upward and completely conceal the wine bottle light little compartment, battery compartment. And I had it turned to where I could easily switch it on and off. Grab you the berry garland from Dollar Tree, and I elected the red. I prefer it. It's beautiful. Wrapped it. And then just cut it off where I no longer needed it. Make any adjustments to your lights and garland, and voila. Is this not the most adorablest, cutest little thing you have ever seen? I am so in love with this standing Christmas tree, walking Christmas tree, leg Christmas tree. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, well, go ahead, join the DIY team. And until the next DIY, this is Elizabeth. I'll be crafting y'all. Merry Christmas. Make your DIY Dollar Tree walking Christmas tree.